You thugs are all alike.
You've never seen anything like me.
Oh, I get it, because I'm blind.
Hello guys, and welcome to another MK Mobile character review, today featuring Balanced Kenshi. As usual guys, please note the date when this video has been recorded, because a lot of things may have changed since then. And if you're not familiar with the matrix I'm using in order to evaluate characters, you can find it on the top right corner of the screen. So without any further ado, let us put Balanced Kenshi to the test. Kenshi guys was released on the 7th of April 2015, and his original price in the old store was 330 souls, and now of course, because he's a basic gold character after update 2.0, you cannot find him in the store anymore. Actually you can, but only once in a while, and he goes for 250 souls. So let us check whether he's worth that price. His attack is 34,398, which is the 44th highest in the game and the 23rd highest in the Gold League. The hit points, they are 71,424, this is the 42nd highest in the game and the 21st highest among all gold cards. The toughness is 35,910, which is the 33rd highest overall and the 15th highest in the Gold League, and the recovery is 39,312, which ranks 26th highest in the game and the 7th highest among all gold characters. The power generation is just 100%. So at the end of the day, for his stats, Balanced Kenshi is going to get 15.3 out of 28 possible points. Special one of Kenshi guys is called Telepush, and here it is what you need to know about it. First of all, the ability can be completely blocked by the opponent. It has power drain as debuff, which is awesome for any special attack in the game. It can be cast from distance, it is lethal, it consists of one mini attack, and it has the horizontal or vertical swipe as minigame. Another very good feature of this special attack is that it flows perfectly after one of the combo enders, the one where Kenshi is pushing the enemy away. When it comes to damage, the minimum damage of the ability is 13,054, which is the 62nd highest in the game and the 31st in the Gold League. The maximum damage is 26,108, the 59th highest in MK Mobile and the 30th highest in the Gold League. This is quite understandable because after all, Kenshi is a basic gold character. Anyways, let's repeat the properties of the ability once again. It can be blocked by the opponent, it has power drain as debuff, it can be cast from distance, it is lethal, it consists of only one mini attack, and it has the horizontal or vertical swipe as mini game. So for his special one, Kenshi is going to get the solid 9.7 out of 13 possible points. Special 2 of Balanced Kenshi guys is called TeleFlurry, and here it is what you need to know about it. First of all, like his special one, this ability can be completely blocked by the opponent. Unfortunately, this time we don't have any buff or debuff whatsoever. The good news though is that the ability can be cast from distance, even though the first mini hit usually misses, but that's not a big deal because it doesn't deal a lot of damage. The special attack is lethal, it consists of 3 mini hits and it has the multi-tap circle as mini game. When it comes to damage, the minimum damage of the special attack is 32,653, which is the 62nd highest in the game and the 31st highest among the gold cards. The maximum damage is low as well, 52,216, the 59th highest overall and the 30th highest in the Gold League. Once again, the special attack can be blocked by the opponent. It doesn't have any buff or debuff unfortunately, it can be cast from distance, it is lethal, it consists of 3 mini attacks and it has the multi-tap circle as minigame. Unfortunately for Kenshi, for his special 2, he's going to get only 8.2 out of 19 possible points. The Xray of Kenshi guys is again something that starts with Tele, this time it is called Telestrike. And here it is what you need to know about it. First of all, the Xray can be cast from distance. I had doubts about it, but every time when I have doubts whether a certain ability can be cast from distance or not, I'm checking whether it will flow after the combo ender, and even after the combo ender that sends the enemy away, you'll be fine, you can just cast the Xray and it will connect. In addition, you have to know that the Xray of course has power generation as buff, which is quite awesome because it will be applied on the entire friendly team. When it comes to damage, the damage of the Xray is quite low, but that's understandable because after all, Kenshi is a basic gold character. The damage is 78,324, which is the 70th highest in the game and the 38th highest in the Gold League. Once again, the Xray has power generation as buff and it can be cast from distance. So for his third special ability, Balanced Kenshi is going to get the solid 3.4 out of 4 possible points, and the total amount of points he gets for his special attacks adds up to 21.3 out of 36 possible. The basic attacks of Balanced Kenshi, guys, are quite good. To be honest, he isn't the greatest puncher in the game, but he isn't definitely very bad at this. Now, let's start with the fact that he doesn't push opponents away if they're blocking, which leaves him very open for counterattack, and this isn't a good thing. However, if he gets block breaker, he doesn't have issues with that. Moreover, I have to mention that Balanced Kenshi, like almost all the characters in MK Mobile, has two combo enters. The first one is the good one, when he's pushing the enemy away using his shadow or whatever that thing is, and then you can follow by special one and the enemy will almost certainly never block it. However, the second combo ender is the one I call the bad one, because he uses some kind of a axe kick, and the animation after the axe kick is very slow, and during this animation Kenshi is very open for counterattack, or in other words, the recovery speed after this combo ender is horrible. And on top of that, in a lot of cases, after this combo ender, the enemy might block your special attack. So what I advise in this situation is, if you wanna just do the combo ender and you are okay to do it, because after that you're going to get to special one, you can do the combo ender and immediately follow by special one, so that you can make sure that the enemy won't start punching you. And the next thing you can do is just cancel the combo ender and start another basic attack combo. This is the best thing you can do in this situation. But anyways, I would say that the basic attacks of Balanced Kenshi are pretty solid, so he deserves something like 7.2 out of 10 possible points. The passive of Balanced Kenshi, guys, is called Telekinesis, and here it is what it does. I quote, "All Spec Ops teammates start with 1 bar of power." And basically this is it. So this passive only works in the beginning of the match, but still, in my opinion, it is a very useful passive, because if you are able to give some other equipment to the other characters that give 1 bar starting power or even more, then you can have 2 or even 3 special tools ready in the beginning of the game, and this puts you in a great advantage. So basically, it is true that the passive works only in the beginning, but in majority of cases this is going to be completely enough so that you can get the advantage you need in order to win the game without any issues. I don't think I have anything else to say here. He has the passive I consider useful, the same passive as Mournful Kitana, as Shaolin Kung Jin. So yeah, very good passive, not the greatest in the world, but still good, especially for a basic gold. So I'll be giving Kenshi 15 out of 20 possible points for his passive. He's just a Spec Ops character, so he gets 1 point for classes and 0 points for tagging attack. Okay guys, so what will be the final verdict of Balanced Kenshi? Is he a good character? Is he a bad character? Let's take a look at the bigger picture as usual. He has okay stats for a basic gold. His basic attacks are okay as well. His special attacks are okay. His special is kind of disappointing, but special one is there to compensate. It can be cast from distance. It has very useful debuff. So all in all, his special one is pretty cool. On top of that, his passive is useful in every Spec Ops team in the planet. So yeah, what can I possibly say about Balanced Kenshi to finish off and give you a better impression of the character? He's all in all very useful support. He's a decent fighter, but in general his main strength lies in the fact that he can give you a very strong opening of almost any fight. and this is the reason why I'm giving him 2 out of 3 possible points. When it comes to my subjective opinion, I really value characters that are flexible and versatile, and Balanced Kenshi is one of them, and on top of that his passive is very useful, and he's a decent fighter, so there you go, we have a good basic gold character. With my 2 subjective points he's going to score 62.8, and we can label him once again as a good character. In our current rankings he ranks 70th, just above Pharaon Ermac and just below Shaolin Fist Kung Lao. So the final verdict for Balanced Kenshi is going to be a good character. Okay guys, let's talk a bit about whether Balanced Kenshi should be a starter. I would say that in majority of cases he is an okay starter, because this is a way to preserve the 2 bars of power, of presumably 2 bars of starting power of your other 2 guys, which in majority of cases will be your stronger character. So I would say that Balanced Kenshi is a decent starter. Not only he has good synergy with the Devastator, but he also has power drain on special 1, which is always good for a starter. When it comes to the characters he counters, I wouldn't say any. He doesn't really counter any other card in the game. He's not a hard counter to anybody, and the same applies to the characters that counter him. He's usually bad against disablers, power drainers, or characters that can make you slow in general, such as for example Pankasi. He's also bad against almost all Jades in the game, the usual suspects, you know, but in general, once again, he doesn't have a really hard counter. Probably Pankasi, because if she tags in immediately she can wipe out the bonus Balanced Kenshi team gets in the beginning of the fight. And when it comes to the items, guys, Balanced Kenshi is a support character, so it doesn't really matter if he is your starter. Then Devastator is a good way to open the game. Also, probably Blaze's Life Force and any item as an armor. If he's an opener, then I would advise to use him only as a last resort, because usually if he's your main fighter, then it will be better to give him block breakers, such as for example his Cento Blade. This works pretty great on him. Okay guys, we got to the teams. Now, which is the best team for Balanced Kenshi? You see, there are a lot of combinations. There isn't one great team. I usually would pick him with Heavy Jax and Cortops Cassie, because both of those characters have very strong special 2s, and they will have them on the go as long as they give them, let's say, Rod Hammer to Jax and Bloody Voodoo Doll, sorry, not Bloody Voodoo Doll, but Bloody Tomahawk to Cassie. There you go, you have 2 bars of starting power, so that's pretty overpowered, and in general, yeah, he can fit in any Spec Ops team. Okay guys, Balanced Kenshi, what do you think of him? Do you like him? Do you dislike him? Please let me know in the comments. Once again, he scored 62.8 and we label him as a good character. As usual guys, if you want to see more reviews, you can find the playlist on the top right corner of the screen. See you next time guys, take care and stay safe.
Do you need a moment?
Well done.
Perfect.